Beloved child, be cautious concerning a man who is close to your life. Not because I want you to live suspiciously, but because there are signs that his words, actions, and intentions are not yet fully aligned. Danger does not always arrive with a threatening face or obvious warnings. Sometimes it comes through friendliness, timely concern, and behavior that makes you feel safe enough to lower every defense. I am not saying this so that you will condemn someone without evidence, nor do I want you to look upon everyone around you through fear. I am reminding you to return to discernment. Observe what is happening with a calm mind, and stop dismissing the signs that have repeatedly troubled your heart. Protective love does not throw you into panic. It helps you pause before giving trust, información, money, or your future to someone who has not demonstrated honesty. Perhaps this man speaks skillfully, knows which words make you feel understood, and often appears precisely when you need support. But remember that words are easy to produce, while character is revealed only through time. Do not listen merely to what he promises. Observe what he actually does. When questioned about unclear matters, does he explain calmly, or does he immediately avoid the issue, become angry, and make you feel guilty for asking? Does his story remain consistent, or does it repeatedly change according to the situation? Does he respect the boundaries you establish, or does he try to convince you that caution means you do not love him enough? These details matter more than every pleasant appearance. An upright person does not fear clarity, while someone concealing something often wants you to decide quickly. Ask fewer questions, and place emotion above truth. I know you possess a compassionate heart, and often try to find what is good in others, even when you are being wounded. You do not want to think badly of anyone. So many times you explain uncomfortable behavior on their behalf. You tell yourself that perhaps they are simply tired. Perhaps you misunderstood, or perhaps their circumstances caused them to behave that way. Such kindness is precious, but it must be joined with discernment. Seeing goodness in someone does not require you to deny what is unhealthy in their behavior. You can feel compassion for their past without allowing them to bring chaos into your present. You may understand why they became dishonest, but understanding does not make dishonesty acceptable. Compassion is not closing your eyes. Mature compassion means seeing truth clearly without allowing your heart to become bitter. What this man is involved in may not be a mysterious conspiracy, such as fear might cause you to imagine. It could be an unclear agreement, a hidden debt, an undisclosed relationship, dishonest work, or choices capable of affecting your reputation and peace. Therefore, do not create conclusions from feelings alone. But neither should you give complete trust while so much remains unclear. Ask specific questions. Verify important information. Do not sign documents, transfer money, share passwords or personal information, or place your name on behalf of anyone merely because they pressure you or use affection to influence you. Decisions involving finances, legal matters, and safety must be examined through wisdom, not compassion alone. When reasonable doubt exists, seek counsel from a trustworthy and qualified professional before taking another step. You may have felt an unexplainable tension whenever you were near this person. Perhaps your body became alert. Your mind continually checked his words, or you repeatedly left conversations feeling more confused than before. These reactions do not automatically prove that the other person is dangerous, but they deserve attention. Sometimes uneasiness comes from old wounds within you. At other times, it arises from inconsistencies your mind has quietly noticed before you were able to name them. Therefore, slow down and distinguish between the two. Write down specific events instead of relying only upon feelings. Examine which patterns continue repeating. After each meeting, do you feel respected and clearer? Or do you often feel exhausted, guilty, and doubtful of your own judgment? Truth becomes clearer when you observe patiently instead of reacting through panic. I also want you to understand that you are not required to confront him immediately when you are not ready. If you feel threatened, controlled, or at risk of harm, place safety first. Maintain distance. Inform someone you trust. And avoid meeting alone in places without support. If a conversation is necessary, choose a safe environment. Keep your words brief. And do not allow yourself to be dragged into a circular argument. Manipulative people often make you forget the original question by attacking your character, recalling old mistakes, or forcing you to comfort them. When this happens, return to the specific issue. You do not need to prove kindness by remaining in a conversation that causes you to lose direction. You possess the right to pause, leave, and continue only when sufficient respect is present. Yet do not turn this warning into a reason to condemn every man around you or assume that all secrecy is evidence of betrayal. Everyone has private matters, fears, and things that require time before they can be shared. The difference lies in whether privacy is being used to conceal harmful behavior. A healthy person may not reveal everything immediately, but they will still respect questions, avoid coercion and threats, and refuse to make you continually doubt your own reality. Use consistency, responsibility, and respect as your standards rather than fear or rumors. Wisdom does not live through speculation. It searches for evidence, listens to both sides, and preserves the right to decide until truth becomes clear enough. If this man's choices could genuinely affect your name, finance, or work, separate yourself from unclear commitments as soon as possible. Do not allow anyone to use your identity, account, address, or relationships for something you do not fully understand. Do not keep secrets that require you to lie to others or violate your principles. Someone who truly respects you will not ask you to sacrifice integrity in order to protect them from the consequences of their own choices. You do not rescue someone by syncing with them. You may counsel them, encourage them to seek help, and establish clear conditions. But the responsibility to change still belongs to them. Your compassion must not become a bridge through which chaos enters your life. My child, I am protecting you by awakening the self-respect and discernment already placed within you. Such protection does not depend upon leaving a comment or typing a number. It is expressed when you dare to pause, ask questions, and refuse to let loneliness make you accept less than respect. You do not need to fear that someone can easily steal your destiny. Yet unwise decisions can create consequences and cost you time to repair. Therefore, protect what is precious through clear boundaries. Guard unfinished plans from those who continually mock them. Keep sensitive information from those who have not been proven trustworthy. Do not allow attraction, pity, or promises about the future to make you overlook what the present is revealing. If, after verification, you discover that he has been honest and your uneasiness came mainly from former wounds, give the relationship an opportunity to develop slowly. But if concealment, manipulation, and irresponsibility continue repeating, become courageous enough to step away. You do not fail by closing an unsafe door. You are not cruel for refusing to carry consequences on behalf of another person. Neither are you lacking in love when you place your peace, dignity, and future where they can be protected. Forgiveness may be offered from a distance, while reconciliation can happen only where truth, responsibility, and enduring change are present. Beloved child, remain alert without panicking and cautious without allowing your heart to become cold. I am not calling you to live in suspicion. I am calling you to live in light. What is genuine will endure examination. Someone with good intentions will respect your pace and boundaries. What is concealed will eventually reveal itself if you do not hastily grant access. Trust your value. Observe through reason, and seek support when necessary. You do not stand alone before this decision. Clarity will come when you stop ignoring what you see, and also stop allowing fear to tell you stories that have not been proven. Walk slowly, preserve peace, and open the door only to what can stand before truth. The season in which you were underestimated is drawing to an end, and a person of influence will recognize within you what others previously lacked the depth to see. I know you walked through many rooms where your presence was nearly overlooked. You contributed, quietly completed your work well, and helped others without demanding recognition. Yet there were still times when you were undervalued or excluded from opportunities you could have handled. These experiences caused you to question your own worth. You wondered whether you truly possessed anything special, or whether your inner desires were merely dreams too large for someone like you. But beloved child, the fact that others did not see your value never meant it did not exist. Some gifts must remain hidden for a time, not because they are less valuable, but because they require refinement before being placed within a larger space. The person approaching will not see you through former prejudices. They will not look only at your appearance, titles, or what you once lacked. They will recognize the way you think, your faithfulness in small matters, your ability to remain steady beneath pressure, and the depth formed during the days when you had to continue alone. What others once called silence, they will recognize as observation. What was once described as excessive sensitivity, they will see as attentiveness that helps you understand what others often overlook. The years when you felt hidden actually gave you time to develop qualities that early recognition might have damaged. Therefore, the recognition approaching will not be merely a passing compliment. It will carry intention, an invitation, or a responsibility capable of changing your direction. When that offer appears, everything may seem to happen too quickly. One day you may still be living within a familiar rhythm, completing the same work and reminding yourself to remain patient. Then, through one meeting, introduction, or conversation, an entirely new space may suddenly open. It may reach far beyond what you imagined for your future. You will look at the size of the opportunity and immediately turn toward your limitations. An old voice may tell you that you lack experience, do not possess the right background, or do not belong among those extending the invitation. But remember, Unfamiliarity does not mean you are in the wrong place. Sometimes you feel unworthy only because you lived beneath your true capacity for too long. Do not shrink yourself so that the opportunity fits the small image created by the past. Allow yourself to be stretched. The Father does not open a door in order to shame you for what you do not yet know. He can use that door to teach, refine, and help you discover abilities that never had room to be used. Readiness does not mean knowing everything. It means being humble enough to learn, honest enough to ask questions, and courageous enough to accept responsibility. You can enter a new space while admitting that you need time to adapt. You do not need to pretend to be perfect. A trustworthy person is not someone who never lacks anything, but someone who acknowledges mistakes, receives instruction, and continues growing. I heard your quiet prayers for change. There were nights when you lacked the strength to speak at length and could only breathe out the hope that tomorrow might be different. Sometimes your faith became so small that even you wondered whether your request had been heard. You continued moving without seeing a clear sign ahead. You fulfilled responsibilities even while weary, preserved discipline before results appeared, and tried to remain upright when shortcuts seemed more attractive. None of those moments was wasted. They were building within you the ability to remain steady when greater attention, resources, and responsibility are placed into your hands. You were not prepared only to receive an offer. You were prepared not to lose yourself after receiving it. Many people long for a door to open, but have not learned how to manage what lies beyond it. They become carried away by recognition, rush to prove themselves, and forget the values that brought them there. But quiet seasons taught you that applause cannot become a foundation. You know what it feels like not to be seen. So when you are elevated, you will possess the ability to see others. You understand the coldness of being underestimated, so you can create an environment where human dignity is respected. What you endured did more than make you stronger. If you preserve tenderness, it will help you become influential without becoming distant. The person of authority I am speaking about has also traveled through their own journey. They did not reach their present position through luck alone. They experienced failure, made difficult decisions, and learned how to distinguish outward talent from character capable of enduring. Therefore, when they recognize you, their judgment will not be shallow. They will see within you something aligned with the vision they carry. Perhaps it will be your ability to solve problems, sincerity, gift for connecting people, or capacity to see opportunity where others see only dead ends. They may not merely want to give you a place. They may want to include you within a larger plan where seemingly unrelated experiences from your past finally find shared meaning. Yet you still need discernment. Not every great offer is the right door. Do not allow glamour to make you stop asking questions. Examine the values, responsibilities, condition, and long-term effects connected to the opportunity. A genuinely healthy invitation will not require you to betray fundamental principles, conceal wrongdoing, or sacrifice all your peace in exchange for position. Read carefully whatever needs to be signed. Seek advice from experienced people, and do not let excitement make you ignore important details. Faith does not remove wisdom. The Father may lead you into a new place, but He also wants you to enter with open eyes, an alert mind, and the ability to accept responsibility for your choices. If the opportunity truly belongs to you, You will not need to manipulate it or pretend to be someone else in order to be accepted. Be present sincerely. Prepare carefully. And speak about your abilities without diminishing yourself. You can remain humble while knowing your value. You can express gratitude without becoming emotionally indebted. You can also enter the world of an influential person without regarding them as the only source capable of deciding your future. They may become a door, mentor, or important partner, but the Father remains the foundation that keeps you steady. When you remember this, status will not easily overwhelm you, and you will not lose your voice through fear that the opportunity may be withdrawn. I do not want you to tie your agreement to a typed number or an action performed upon a screen. Genuine readiness is revealed through the way you prepare today. Update your skills. Finish incomplete work. Reorganize your time. And care for your health so that you have enough energy to carry new responsibilities. Practice explaining ideas clearly. Learn how to receive feedback without becoming defensive. And preserve relationships capable of helping you remain balanced. When you do these things, you express agreement through action. There is no need for a loud declaration. Quiet discipline will prove your readiness more clearly than any sentence. Beloved child, I am not calling you to remain forever within spaces where others have become accustomed to underestimating you. I am calling you to rise, but not into pride. You rise so that you can serve more effectively, create healthier influence, and use the gift refined during years when very few people noticed. When the offer comes, receive it gratefully, test it wisely, and enter courageously. Do not ask whether you are completely worthy. Ask whether you are willing to learn. Remain faithful and fulfill the responsibility with integrity. If the answer is yes, move forward. What exceeds your former limitations does not necessarily exceed your ability to grow. The new door does not come to remind you of what you lack. It comes to call forth what has existed within you for a long time, but never had enough space to be revealed. I am clearing fear from the road before you, because you cannot move through faith while allowing dark expectations to lead. For a long time, you became accustomed to an inner voice warning that every good thing would eventually go wrong, that every open door would soon close, and that every peaceful moment was merely calm before disaster. Because of former disappointment, you learned to prepare for the worst, even when there was no evidence it would happen. But today, I want you to release this habit. Caution can make you discerning, while fear forces you to fight circumstances that have never occurred. You do not need to carry imagined tomorrows into today and exhaust yourself. You are entering a season in which help will appear from directions you never expected. It may not take the form you requested or come through the person you always assumed would stand beside you, but it will arrive in a way suited to your genuine need. A stranger may give you timely guidance. An ordinary conversation may open a new direction. An unplanned change may bring you closer to what you have sought for years. Do not limit my provision to one fixed pattern. If you look only toward one door, you may miss the window opening beside it. I know how to use people, circumstances, and even interruptions to bring you where you need to go. At first, you will notice very small shifts. Something that once caused panic may no longer possess enough power to steal your peace. An unexpected expense may be resolved more easily than you imagined. Someone may offer help before you ask. An idea may appear at the moment when you almost lose direction. Do not dismiss these quiet signs, because I am using them to rebuild your trust step by step. You have grown so accustomed to waiting for one great event that you sometimes overlook the small evidence of care present each day. Before entrusting you with something broad, I want you to learn how to recognize faithfulness within ordinary details. Some things you prayed for long ago are closer than you realize. You asked to be released from an exhausting cycle, requested an answer to prolonged uncertainty, and sought stability after many unstable seasons. I have begun answering. But the answer does not always arrive as a complete gift placed directly before you. Sometimes freedom begins when you become courageous enough to say no to what kept you in pain. Stability may begin through one small plan, faithfully followed. Clarity may appear after a wrong door closes. Look beyond the outward form, and you will recognize that many prayers have begun receiving answers through changes within you. What I need from you now is a steadfast heart. Anxiety will try to draw you back into former ways of thinking, causing you to examine everything excessively, interpret every delay as failure, and doubt even when you are being led correctly. When this occurs, pause and remember what I already brought you through. You do not need to deny the problem, but neither should you give the problem authority to speak the final word. Face reality attentively. Complete what lies within your ability, and place what you cannot control into my hands. Trust does not mean closing your eyes before difficulty. It means looking directly at difficulty without allowing it to become the ruler of your mind. I am providing for you. But this provision is not limited to money or an outward opportunity. I provide wisdom so that you do not repeat former choices, courage to leave what is no longer healthy, strength to fulfill responsibilities, and suitable people to accompany you through the new season. Sometimes you believe you need more resources when what you truly need is clearer direction. At times, you ask for a door to open, while what I first give you is the ability to recognize which door should not be entered. Trust that I understand needs deeper than what you can express in words. I do not see only what you lack. I also see what could harm you if given too soon. You have never been blended into the crowd and forgotten. I clearly see every concern hidden behind your calm appearance. Each time you had to encourage yourself to continue, and every night when you dared not tell anyone how tired you had become. No detail of your circumstances is concealed from me. I know the obligations accumulating upon your shoulders, the decisions you do not know how to make, and the questions you continue carrying silently. When you feel that no one fully understands what you are experiencing, remember that you do not need a perfect explanation in order to be heard by me. My presence does not depend upon your ability to arrange emotion into beautiful language. You need only come honestly. I am also teaching you to trust beyond what your eyes can measure. Faith does not mature after every answer is already present. It is formed within the distance between asking and seeing. There, you learn not to reach hasty conclusions, not to pursue solutions born from panic, and not to surrender merely because one day passes without visible change. Outward circumstances may still resemble yesterday, but if today you respond with greater peace, transformation has begun. You may not yet see the door opening, but you are developing the skills, order, and courage needed to enter when it appears. What I do within you is no less important than what I will change around you. Rely upon my guidance without abandoning your responsibilities. Trust does not mean sitting still and waiting for everything to resolve itself. If you need new work, prepare your application and expand your abilities. If finances are disordered, look honestly at the numbers and rebuild the plan. If a relationship causes uneasiness, speak honestly and establish clear boundaries. I will guide the road, but you must walk. I will open opportunities, but you must remain willing to learn. I will send assistance, but you must become humble enough to receive it instead of continually saying you can do everything alone. The fear you have carried does not belong to the future I am preparing. It may once have helped you remain alert during unstable years, but now it has become a burden, preventing you from enjoying peace. I am replacing it with peace, little by little. Not by removing every difficulty, but by teaching you that you can remain steady even while life changes. You will begin feeling lighter because you no longer need to control every result. Your mind will become clearer when it stops spending energy on terrible possibilities. Confidence will return when you recognize that you have already handled many things that once frightened you. There are pressures you placed upon your own shoulders that I never asked you to carry. You believed you needed to keep everyone happy, rescue every relationship, and discover the answer to every problem. You feared everything would collapse if you released control. But you were not created to govern every outcome. You can love without carrying another person's responsibility. You can support others without emptying yourself. You can prepare carefully while accepting that only time can clarify certain things. Put down what does not belong to you, because hands holding too much have no room to receive what is new. Beloved child, your part is to trust, listen, and faithfully carry out what is placed before you. My part is to guide, open the road, and provide what you truly need according to wise timing. Do not use this truth as a reason for passivity. Let it free you from the illusion that everything survives only through your strength. Today, do what you can without panicking over what cannot yet be resolved. When tomorrow arrives, you will receive enough light for tomorrow. I do not promise to give you the entire map, but I will not leave you without guidance for the next step. Therefore, move forward at a calm pace. When help appears, receive it gratefully. When a small change occurs, recognize it as a reminder that movement has begun. When worry returns, do not feed it through speculation. Return to the truth that you are seen, guided, and not abandoned. I am lifting from you the pressure of holding the entire world in place by yourself. You need only preserve integrity, attentive eyes, and willing hands. What you requested is being prepared through ways you cannot yet see. And every peaceful step today is bringing you closer to the answer you have awaited for a very long time.